Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh. Good night, everyone. Tonight, the second group of administration land will be presenting our research on land registration in Indonesia. And it's me, Wafik Nurul Fitri, as the moderator of this group. The second group member is Natasha Herlianti, Tahani Hauranovari, Vira Astuti, Arianto, and the last one is Dalman Marsalailan. Okay, for the first topic, I'd like to invite Tahani Haura to begin.
Thank you, moderator. Here I will explain the material. Legal basis. Number one, law. Law number 51 of 2011 concerning amendment to law number 5 of 1969 concerning basic agrarian principle. This law is an amendment to the UUPA and provide future explanation more about land registration. Number two, government regulation. Government Regulation Number 18 of 2013 concerning land registration. Government regulation this in an amendment to Government Regulation Number 24 of 1997 and provide future explanation about land registration. Number three, ministerial regulation. Regulation of the Minister of Agrarian Affairs and Spatial Planning or head of the National Land Agency number 13 of 2014 concerning land registration. This regulation provides future explanation of land registration procedure. That's the material I can explain. I return it to the moderator.
Okay, thank you, Tahani, for the informative overview. Now, the second presenter is Pira, will be delving deeper into the next topic.
Thank you, moderator. Here, I will explain the next material. Purpose of registration land. 1. To provide legal certainty and protection to rights holders of a plot of land, apartment units, and other registered rights so that they can easily prove themselves as the rights holders concerned. 2. To provide information to the parties who interest, including the government, to make it easy obtain to the data necessary to hold legal acts concerning land parcels and flats that have been registered. 3. To ensure orderly land administration. That's the material I can explain. I'll return to the moderator.
Okay, thank you, Vira, for that overview. Now, the next presenter will be delving the next topic. The next presenter is Arianto.
Thank you, moderator. The next topic, land registration object. Registration object according to the number 24 of 1997. 1. Land area of net with land right that can be registered nominally. Land rights, A. Ownership. Ownership is the right to land given to a person and legal entity to own and control the land. Next, building as right is the right of land, generally to a person or legal entity to use the land as buildings site. Next, right to cultivate is the right to land granted to person or legal entity where they to use the land as business dedicated. Next, Right of us. Right of us is the right over land granted to a person or legal entity to use the land for specific needs. Next, 2. Land management right. 3. Wakaf land. 4. Land owned by apartment units. 5. Mortgage rights. 6. National land. Next, a land that can be registered. So one land owned by individual. Land owned by individual can be registered as property rights. 2. Land owned by a legal entity. Land owned by a legal entity can be registered as ownership right or building as right. 3. Land controlled by the state. Land controlled by the state can be registered as business as right or as right. Required document. Sale and purchase deed. The sale and purchase deed is a document required to register ownership of land. 2. Domicile certificate. Domicile certificate is a document required to register building as right of business of the right of land. 3. Land location maps. Land location map is document required to register ownership or building as rights on land. Thank you. To back to moderator.
Okay, thank you, Arianto. The next presenter is Dalman, will explain about land registration stage.
Thanks for moderator. The next material is land registration stages. Land registration stages according to law number 5 of 1960 concerning basic agrarian principle and governance regulation number 24 of 1997 concerning land registration is as follows. Preparation stage. Number 1, submission of application. The application submit an application for land registration to the head of the local land office. Number 2, document collection. The applicant collect the required documents such as deed of sale or other document proving land rights, certificate of domicile, photocopy of ID card, land location map. Next. Number 3, measurement and mapping level. A, land measurement. Land office officer conduct land measurement to determine land boundaries. B, land mapping. Land mapping officer make land maps showing land boundaries and their location. Number 4, registration level. A, land registration. The applicant submits a land registration application to the head of the local land office. B, issuance of certificates. If the land registration application is approved, the head of the land office issues a land certificate. Number 5, announcement stage certificate. If the land certificate have been issued, the head of the land office announces the certificate to the public. Number 6, level of solution. If land registration have been complete, the head of the land office issues a land certificate to the application. Okay, that's all I can say. I'll return it to the moderator.
Okay, thank you for the informative overview. The next presenter is Natasha, who will explain about physical and legal data.
Okay, thanks to moderate. I will continue our presentation about physical and legal data. First, physical data contains information regarding the location, boundaries, and area of the registered land plot, as well as part of the building above it. The physical data collection is carried out through land measurement and mapping activities. And the last one is tax physically responsible for collecting based on guideline physical data with force on the provision of laws and regulation. Second, legal data. It is information about the legal status of registered land and building. The holder has right and the right of the other party and other burden that burden him. Legal data collection is carried out through inspection activities and collection, investigation into land ownership history. And the last one is the legal task force is responsible for collecting legal data based on the provision of with laws and regulation. Maybe that's all for me. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you, Natasha, for the overview. Now I will continue it myself about land certificate. A land certificate is an official document issued by National Land Agency as proof of a person ownership of land and any buildings on it. It is a legally valid state document that serves as strong evidence for physical and legal data, provided the data matches what is in the land book and measurement letter. The benefit of land certificate is the first one is legality and validity of ownership. The second, investment protection. The third is access to financing. And the last one, for the government, for the Ministry of Agrarian Affairs and Spatial Planning or National Land Agency, is converting land certificate into electronic certificate or e-certificate. The primary goal is to mitigate risk from loss, theft, or damage from disaster. And here are the types of land certificate in Indonesia. The first one is certificate of ownership. The certificate signifies full ownership of the land or property, including any buildings on it. It carries the highest legal authority and can be sold, inherited, or used as collateral at the bank. The second one is building use right certificate. This certificate grants the right to construct and use a building, but not ownership of the land. The certificate is valid for approximately 30 years and can be extended for an additional 20 years. The third is land use or right to use. The certificate grants the holder the right to use and exploit state-owned land, often for agricultural or residential purpose. The next one is right to manage or certificate of management right. This certificate allows the holder to manage and utilize state-owned land for a specific purpose, such as tourism or industrial activities. And this certificate for right to manage is known as Sertifikat Hak Pengelolaan. And the next, loose hand right. This certificate allows individual or entities to lose land for a specific period, commonly used for temporary land use, such as for construction project. Next, customary land certificate used for the land owned by indigenous communities. And the last one, certificate of wakaf land that published for land which is owned by for public interest. Okay, I think that's all from us about land registration in Indonesia. I will end this presenting and discussing. Thank you for attention. So sorry for all of mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.